So today is day one of getting my cosmelan treatment. I'm very excited about. I've had this pigmentation on my face since I had my first baby. It happened during pregnancy and it was so much darker than this. In fact, I'll share a photo now so you can kind of get a sense of how intense and dark it was. Then between my pregnancies, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna spend the money and all the pain to try and get rid of it, so I will just deal with it until after I finish having babies. Now my littlest baby, she is 10 months old now, and since she was born, I have done quite a few things to try and reduce the pigmentation. I did 5 treatments of a Q-switch laser, which are with a hydroquinone topical treatment for 3 months while I did that. That's what my dermatologist recommended. It has reduced significantly since then. I'll give you a look at it so you can see where I'm at. So it's on my cheeks. All I have on right now is sunscreen, of course. It's also on my top lip, and it's also on my forehead and also the bridge of my nose. I really don't like my pigmentation. My husband says that it's not a big deal, but I guess that's what my husbands say. So today I'm going to do the cosmelan, see how it goes. I'll keep you posted, hopefully every day of the journey of what I'm calling Snake Week. So I can shed like a snake and reveal myself with much better, shinier skin. And the plan, the dream, is to be able to not wear foundation. That would be amazing, because right now I do feel like I have to cover it up, and I don't want to have to do that. I'm too busy. I'm a mum of 2. I've got shit to do. All right, let's do it. This is just the first step.
Yep, just a cleanse. We just do a double cleanse.
Fabulous. No sunscreen, no residue. I'm strangely excited.
So this is your pot, and what we will do is we will keep it here, and when you come back in 4 weeks, we will top up. So any of the stubborn ones, we'll spot treat them.
Okay, cool. So potentially like here and here and here. The big patches.
Yeah. Okay.
And I've heard that it doesn't hurt while it's on.
No.
Because I've had peels before where it really hurt while it was sitting on your skin.
No, it won't hurt while it's on. The only thing that might happen is that it might dry and kind of crack.
So I saw a dermatologist tip was to use a spray bottle.
Yes.
And ever so lightly just moisten it, particularly around the mouth where that can kind of flake off. Yes.
And there's a spray in your aftercare that you can use to spritz it. Okay. So
okay, now this is the very embarrassing bit where you've got to make the short little walk to your car with peanut butter on your face. I'm just telling myself that no one cares, no one's looking. Just imagining how good my skin's gonna look after this. Okay, so I just got home. I'm still sitting in my car, and I think it's a little bit tingly now. It's been on for about half an hour, but like not sore at all. I think one of the other peels I did, it was really quite sore as it was going on, and this one is not, so that's really good. This is like just a little headband that I use for my skincare, so I took that along, and that's quite handy, so now I can wear that all day. So if you are going to go do it, do taste something like this. I think that could be quite nice to have, keep all your hair out. And now for the rest of the day, I'm just going to be misting it to help avoid it getting dry and flaking off, because I have a lot of pigmentation around my lips and I do want that to be as effective as possible. I have arranged for as much support around me as I possibly can. My mum's coming to help me this afternoon. Over the next few days, I've kind of cleared my schedule. I've got a babysitter coming on the weekend to help me a little bit as well. My husband's been enlisted. So make sure that you're pulling back on your schedule and anticipating that this is going to be a bit of a hectic time, and that you're just going to need to get your village around you, ask for help or pay for support if that's available to you. All right, I'll catch up with you soon. Bye. Okay, so now it's been on for 4 hours, and you can see that it is cracking over here like that. And because I don't want it to crack and come off, particularly around my mouth, I'm using just a facial like water spray. Just Now back to scaring my children with my face. Okay, so I have rinsed it all off. You can see it's a little bit red wherever the mask touched my face. I mean, I have rosacea anyway, so it's definitely made me a little bit more pink. My skin feels a bit tight, hot, a bit hot to touch. I'm gonna start rating things out of like how uncomfortable or how painful. Pain is 0, discomfort is like, it's really mild, maybe 2 on the discomfort level. Tightness, it's about a, I guess, 4 out of 10. And heat, 3 out of 10. So just pretty mild at this point. I'm gonna go to sleep soon and we'll wake up and see what's happening then. So it's like 9 p.m. at night now, and I just looked in the mirror and realized how red I am. I'm just really hot, but it's kind of fine and just feels like I've got some sunburn and tight, but not at all painful, just mild discomfort. I don't even think discomfort is the right word. Just like super red. I don't know if you can see. I think I'm much redder in person than even the camera makes it out to look like. So good morning. So I woke up and I'm really red today. I think I look a lot more red than the camera's making me look. I also am really puffy. I don't know if you can tell. I can totally tell I'm really puffy, significantly puffy. 0 pain, absolutely 0 pain. And I think the reason I avoided doing this treatment for so long is because everyone said it's really spicy. For me, there is absolutely 0 pain at this point. It is just a little bit tight. Feels like I had a really bad sunburn. So pain 0, discomfort 1, 2, tightness is maybe like a 4, heat is around a 4. Totally fine. The scariest thing is how I look, but apart from that, I feel fine. That's it. I'm about to go do my the 4 steps that I need to do, put on the stuff that's really healing, the melon recovery, all that kind of stuff. So I'll do that now. I don't think I have mentioned actually that they give you a whole kit of products to use afterwards, in case you haven't seen that already. There are 7 products in total, and I've got really clear instructions about how to apply it. For the first 72 hours, it's just like a really gentle kind of protocol with sunscreen included. And then after that, you start adding in the more powerful active ingredient. Do that a few times a day. Oh, this feels really hydrating and nice on the face. There is a bit of fragrance. It smells really nice, but I'm surprised there is fragrance. And then I'm putting on the sunscreen at the end. So as I said, they do give you your own little sunscreen. That is what the sunscreen looks like. And even sitting next to the window like this, I'm feeling like, oh, it's too much sun. Gonna be so careful with the sun. Okay, I'll update you guys later. Wish me luck for the shedding for Snake Week. I'm just about to do my nighttime routine, so 4 different products to apply. My skin is really red, still feels fine, just really hot, no pain at all, just a mild discomfort. I think it's gonna start cracking tonight, which I'm kind of excited about. Maybe that's creepy. It's really hot though. I look a bit crazy. Morning, day 3. It's early in the morning. I've woken up. I feel quite puffy, swollen maybe a little bit, but like not sore at all. 0 pain, mild discomfort, 2 out of 10. Tightness is like a 6 out of 10. Heat is, it's actually kind of, maybe it's a 4 out of 10. I think maybe that's what it was before. So it's still hot, but it's fine. I can feel that I'm starting to crack. So you can see my skin is just feeling quite dry. I'm using the creams, but still just, that's the situation. Quite red. Excuse me while I go put sunscreen on at 6:30 in the morning. It's 3 in the afternoon. 3, and my skin is feeling really, really tight, and you can see it is cracking and peeling over here. So Snake Week is in full force. The redness has been really red today, but it's not as red right now. I promise you, this is it not looking red. Zero pain, not much discomfort, just the fact that it's tight. It's still hot, same hot, bit itchy maybe, bit itchy. Otherwise good, no problem. It's nighttime on day 3. I am very red. I was peeling a lot around my chin area, but I had a little wash, just gently washed my face and a lot of that skin came off. And then make sure you don't pick your skin. And then I just put on the nighttime stuff and it's feeling much more moisturized. It was a little bit less red, but now it's very red. Still no pain, same as everything was before. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Oh hi, it's day 4 now, and I actually thought I'd be looking a lot more crazy than I am right now. Yes, I am peeling on my nose, quite a bit on my chin, and the rest of my skin just feels really I guess tight. It feels a bit rough to touch. It always feels like the skin on the top has died and there's new skin that's growing underneath. I don't know if that is what's happening, but that's what it feels like. I've gone from being bright red to almost looking like I've got a really dodgy fake tan on, where you can just see where the patches are. So I kind of feel optimistic, like not that this is the beginning of the end, because it's certainly just the beginning, but I don't know, maybe my pigmentation will come off. Tomorrow I'm going to start the cosmelan 2 treatment protocol, which is 3 times a day I do that cream. So I think that's when it's going to get a little bit more spicy and a little bit more intense. But for day 4, I am surprised how little pain, little discomfort, minimal problem it's been. As I said, the biggest problem is just like staying inside and not doing too much and trying to parent and doing it all, which I am not doing. So I'll catch you up later if there's any change. The other thing that I haven't been telling you about, but that I'm doing, is I'm having 2 to 3, at least 3 actually, bottles of these waters a day. That's 3 liters a day. It's about 8 cups of water. Basically, when you go to the toilet, your wee should be coming out quite light colored, definitely not dark colored. Hydration is so important for your skin, particularly how dry our skin is at the moment doing this protocol. The other thing I'm doing is I'm eating lots of nutritious foods. So for breakfast, I'm having either Greek yogurt or some cottage cheese with some peanut butter, honey, and this homemade muesli that I have. If you want the link to the recipe, I'll leave it in the description below. Also, along with 20 other recipes that you can grab that are budget friendly and easy and good for your skin as well. And then for lunch, I'm trying to make a really lush salad with loads of veggies and seeds and nuts and beautiful salad dressing. It's actually a really tasty salad. I feel like the trap I used to fall into when I was struggling with my weight as a dieter is I would have these really boring salads that didn't leave me feeling full, and then in the afternoon I would faceplant into the pantry and eat literally everything, like a crazed rabbit, crazed squirrel, crazed octopus. I mean, any animal that you can think of that's crazy at this time. And I would eat as much as I possibly could. And the trick to that is actually making healthy food tasty and satisfying and leaving you feeling full. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. Dinner at the moment is some oily fish, because we know those oily fish, that's so good for our skin. Adding in things like hemp seeds, really good source of omega-3s as well. Lots of salad, lots of veg, get the nutrients in for my skin. And if you want to learn how to eat better for your skin, I have a podcast episode on my podcast called No Wellness Wankery, asking the question of what can we eat to avoid Botox? What are some tips? I'll leave a link down below if you want to watch, if you want to listen to that podcast. So it is day 5 and I am doing surprisingly pretty well. It's fine, it's just, you know, just patted it down, stayed inside. I don't know if you can really see it so much, but it definitely has been peeling all around here. I had a huge amount peeled off this morning, but I already feel like the pigmentation around my lip is looking better. Let's just see. Anyway, no real update except that I'm not that red and I can go outside, I guess, with a lot of sunscreen and a huge hat. It's day 6 at nighttime, and honestly I thought I'd be peeling a whole lot more than I am. Still see it's just really crusty around my chin, It's really just been quite bit pink. It looks like I've got like this Oompa Loompa kind of color on. The cosmelan 2 makes my face look really orange and Oompa Loompa. I don't know if I'm putting it on wrong, so I just wash it off now. I'm between my skincare regime at the moment, but generally I think that my pigmentation is looking a whole lot lighter than it was before. I can feel that on top of wherever my pigmentation is, there is some dead skin, so it almost feels like that skin is just going to come off, and underneath it hopefully there will be pigment-free skin that will be revealed. Skin feels really tight, not sore, not hot, not swollen, itchy. Actually, that's the thing, it's itchy because it's healing, so it's like a real temptation to want to like play with your skin, but holding tight, not doing that. So I've just woken up on day 7. So this is what my face looks like. This is kind of what I was expecting to happen a bit earlier. It just happened a whole lot later for me. I've seen videos of other people, this kind of happens on day 4, but day 7, so that's fun. I'm kind of waiting for it to crack up here. I think this is all happening because I'm using the cosmelan 2 3 times a day. And that hasn't been sore. It is sensitive to put on, maybe a little bit stingy. So, and you can see how it's stained my skin, making it, all the dead skin's kind of that little orangey tinge, making me look like I've got that bad fake tan. I've just put on my cosmelan 2 and done like the whole treatment, kind of all the steps. And she's a bit spicy. I think once you start shedding and then you start putting the cream on, that's when it starts getting a little bit stingy. I actually got this thing off Amazon. It's a little fan, rechargeable fan, so that is actually really nice. Planning on doing it for 3 times a day. All right, see you later. Okay, so I actually think I've got tears in my eyes from the stinging. Okay. Wow. Can you see? It's a lot. What am I doing? Okay, so day 8, and oh, things are happening. So I look like I've got an age filter on because my skin is so tight that kind of it's making this weird wrinkle kind of look. It just feels like it's about to crack my skin. Not painful at all. In fact, I haven't done the cosmelan 2 this morning because it was a bit too hectic. You can see how pigmented my face is as a result of the color of the treatment. It's just stained all the dead skin. It's not like it's peeling excessively. I kind of wish it would peel excessively just so I can kind of get to this new layer and see how my new skin looks underneath. But I'm optimistic that it is going to start to look better. A throw together salad that I made, trying to get in as many nutrients as I can. Why? My toddler, he wants to know why. Because Angel, eating lots of different plants, different colors and different plants can be really good for our guts. Makes our tummy feel really good, makes us strong, boosts our immunity, and so we should aim for 30 different plants a week. 30 differences. Probably look like there's 30 plants just in here. So I called my skin clinic and I was like, it's pretty intense. So they recommended I come in for an LED light session to help the healing. So I'm doing that right now. Luckily they could fit me in this afternoon. And they told me to pull back to only twice a day. And it is really itchy, really intense. And honestly, I'm just feeling a bit frustrated that I've been stuck inside day 8. This is part and parcel with it, but look at me. Got this big hat on down here so I can't see the sun. Let's go do it. Okay, so after my clinician saw my skin, she's like, you need to lay off for 3 days. Just let your skin recover and rest because it shouldn't be this sensitive. If you need to use a fan to put on your product, it's probably a clue that you're doing it too much. So apparently the protocol for Australia has changed and you're only meant to apply it twice a day in Australia. Didn't know that. So anyway, now down to twice a day, but I'm resting for 3 days, did my little LED, feeling better already. Hopefully tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and it's gonna, like the redness is gonna go down and it's gonna get a bit better. Cool. So day 10, just gotten out of the shower. It's so tight today and it's cracking, which is really nice because I might be able to talk properly. You can kind of see the change in my pigmentation over here and over here. It's still blotchy just because there is some dead skin on top that still needs to come off. But already it's a significant improvement on my melasma. You can see how hard it is for me to talk right now. Okay, day 11, and I haven't actually been doing cosmelan for a few days now, so my skin's had a great chance to recover. You can see how much better my pigment all looks. I still have a few little spots that are really sore, some dry skin here, but I'm gonna resume treatment tomorrow. So what I'm gonna do is just put on the top half of my face, really focusing on where my pigment patches are. And if I have to do it once a day, that's what I'm gonna do. So it's day 12 now and loving what I'm seeing. The redness has really died down. I'm still doing cosmelan 2 twice a day, and it's hot and a little bit red, but ultimately it is minimal discomfort. It's totally fine. It is still dry around my face. I have a couple of spots like next to my lips over here, under my chin, and next to my eyes. Those are still a little bit dry, but otherwise it's amazing, and I'm so glad I did this. I thought it would last and I thought it'd be a lot harder for a lot longer, so I'm relieved that I am feeling as good as I am right now. And I will go back in 2 weeks to go and see my clinic, and they will reapply to the stubborn spots over here and here and here. Oh hi, so it is now 3 weeks officially since I did the cosmelan treatment, and I'm super happy. Look at the results so far. I mean, I do have a little bit of a breakout here and the scratch on my head, but you can see what a difference it made to my cheeks, to my nose, and this is where that really harsh pigmentation was. You can see a bit of rosacea now where I might need a bit of V-beam. But I'm so happy. I feel like I can go out in public and I don't have to wear any makeup, and my skin looks great. I'm still using cosmelan 2, maybe once a day realistically, and my skin is still peeling a little bit, but once I rinse it in the morning it's totally fine, and then by afternoon it's peeled a little bit more again, so you kind of have to reapply and wash your skin. I'm being such a good girl with my sunscreen, so reapplying many times a day, wearing huge hats, and yeah, I love it. Your breath stinks. That's really stinky. That's really stinky. So I've had oily hair pretty much the whole time, which has been really fun for me. Just needed one more thing to have to deal with. And 2 more things. I feel like my skin texture is so much better. One of my friends said that it looks like I have a filter on, and in fact, I really do think that I look better without wearing makeup. So that's the other thing, is I feel when I put the makeup on, it's actually taking away from how great my skin looks underneath, and is definitely worse. Whereas before, wearing makeup was definitely better in my opinion.
I think your skin looks really good. I think here, and your nose, and maybe your lip.
You don't think up here on my forehead?
Nope. There might be one little spot here.
You think?
Yeah.
Like there? Cool. Alright, it's the next day, just looking a little bit splotchy, but I think it's gonna be good. Oh, hello, and it has been 2 months now since I got my cosmelan done, and I'm so happy. I'm so glad I did this. I really am glad. Yes, it wasn't the most comfortable thing I've ever done, but the results are pretty awesome. In fact, I would do it again and again and again. Not only is my pigmentation markedly reduced, it's still there, you can still see a little bit of it, but it is so much better. But also my skin texture has become way improved. People are commenting constantly on how good my skin is. So I went from having net negative skin to having net positive skin. I finally look like the girl who is as into skincare as she actually is, which I am pretty happy about, because my convoluted skincare routine is finally can now be seen behind all of the pigmentation. So I'm very happy. I hope if you decide to do cosmelan that you have a positive experience. I will leave a link to the clinic that I saw down below in case you want to go there as well if you live in Sydney, and good luck. Oh, and one more thing, the side effect I guess I haven't talked about yet is how much lighter my skin color is, because I have taken off all that skin damage and now I'm vigilant with sun protection. So you can see I'm quite a few shades lighter actually, which means I need new foundations and new concealers, which is a bit of a pain, but hell, it's worth it. Please share your comments down below or questions. Hopefully I'll be able to answer them, and let me know if you end up getting it done. If you don't already subscribe, please do. I share stuff about, yes, skincare. We're going to talk about skincare, but also predominantly health, wellness, feeling good in your body, and not limiting your potential because you're too obsessed by how much you weigh. So if you feel like you'd like a little bit more self-love and self-care, then subscribe. Thanks, and I'll see you next week.